Hi, I'm Jessica Foote with Native Real Estate, and I'm out here with Brandie Kekoa on her land here in Temecula wine country. And I had the privilege of selling Brandie and her husband this property. And we're out here today to discuss generational wealth and how this has empowered them to develop more generational wealth. Thanks for meeting with me today.
Of course, I'm so excited to be here. Like being actually on the land again, I'm overwhelmed because it's ours. But
Yes.
I want to talk about generational wealth and like what it means.
Yes. A lot of people throw that term around, generational wealth. It's a way that families throughout generations build wealth, and they do that through assets, through investing in the market, in various assets, including real estate. And because of history, right? There are some families that maybe don't have any generational wealth because of what's happened and because of access. But that's something that we're working to change, right?
Yeah. How do you encourage others to start building that within real estate?
So the most important thing is to start doing whatever you can. It's really important to get into the market. And that can look like a number of different things. And what I love about real estate is there's all different price points, and there's many different ways to invest in real estate. So even if you don't have a lot of money, you can start working towards building that.
Something.
Exactly. So one thing is that you can buy land like this. And you don't have to buy land in California, right? I mean, we're here in Southern California, which is prime real estate here in wine country, but you can buy land anywhere in the US and start building wealth. A lot of people, in their minds, it's really hard to start building generational wealth. And what I'm finding is that the mindset is the number one thing that has to change before you can start building it. So you have to believe that you're worthy of having it before you can have it, right? And when you're in a culture or in an environment where maybe you've been taught that you shouldn't have something, then that's embedded in your mind. And part of breaking that generational curse against generational wealth is believing that you're worthy of it. And once you believe that, then you can start working towards it. And you can start praying and asking for that to enter your life.
That's what you taught me. This process was not easy. I don't know if anyone else out there has purchased land before, but it was a very difficult process.
Yes.
And there was one point in time I remember I said, I don't think it's gonna go. And you said, Brandie, just go to the land. And just lay on the land. And I'm thinking, this lady is nuts.
Yes.
But I'm going to try everything because no one has ever said that to me. You know, it's your business, but you brought that human element to it. Just go to the land and just lay on the land. And guess what? I brought my butt up here right after work, and I came to this land and I laid right on this driveway.
Yeah.
And I know the neighbors were looking at me like I was crazy. I'm surprised the cops didn't come. But I did, and I said, Lord, if I'm supposed to have it, then I will receive it. And I think it was a few days later, we got the land. It was like, okay, we're going to close.
Yes, it happened.
So it was such a beautiful experience, not to mention that my mother really wanted land in wine country. And I just felt my mom's spirit pushing me. Like every time I was afraid and I wanted to give up, I'd get a call from you or somebody else, like pushing me to get this space, this plot of land. And not to mention Danza del Sol is my mom's favorite winery.
Aww.
It's directly across the street. So it just, I guess when you have faith, things are going to happen the way that they're supposed to. And I really appreciate that about you because the human element behind it, I know probably most realtors would be like, it's not going to close. So,
and they give up.
They give up. Yeah. But you were like, no, just go lay on the land. Lay stay on the land, and I did. And it was the best thing I could have ever done, because now I'm looking at it and I'm like, even if we don't develop it the way that we want to or develop it at all, it's still ours and it's my kids. And now, I guess it's the more of the dreaming part. What are we going to do? Man, thanks again. Like I said, being here, it almost makes me emotional, but we would have not done it if it weren't for you and helping us build generational wealth, because this is a nice piece of land.
It sure is. Thank you for trusting me to represent you. I know you have a lot of choices, and this meant a lot to me to be a part of this too, to make this happen for you guys.
Of course. Thank you so much. Bring it in, girl.
Bring it in.